a pretty emotional game last night, the ups and downs, and then, fighting for the 1 point, and then obviously coming out back-to-back, playing a really good team. He's been playing very well as of late, so it's nice to finish the trip off with 2 points, and, with the dads all here and everything, just kind of makes it extra special.
When you're in a hot goal-scoring streak, as you are now, what do you notice about yourself and the way you're playing? Like, you find yourself not forcing the issue in a bad way, but like being assertive and, going for it more?
Yeah, I just think, maybe you just feel like you're in a rhythm or a bit of and just in a flow out there, and I think we've done a good job of just competing, winning pucks back. Sometimes it's not always the pretty plays, but just those one-on-one battles and supporting each other all over the ice and just making plays and trying to capitalize on those opportunities.
There was a called down feature, and you said you wanted to get your Sturkin back for some of the things he's taken away from you in the past. How'd that feel tonight?
Oh, I mean, it always feels good to score, but he's one of the best goalies in the league, and I felt like he's had my number the last couple seasons, and this team always makes it tough on you, especially with him in net. So, obviously, it feels nice. It feels good to get the 2 points, especially.
When you have someone new on your wing, what's the key to kind of keeping things simple with someone like Gregor?
Yeah, it's kind of pretty simple and easy with him. He's, he flies out there. He can make plays, and I thought he fit in really well tonight. With his game and his speed and what he brings to the table, I thought complemented us really well. And I thought it was pretty evident the way he forechecks, the way he makes plays in his own zone as well to break the pucks out, and just simple stuff like that. So I thought it was a pretty seamless transition for him, and it's always nice to see.
First period, what were some of the keys for you guys in the first period that jump out the way you did?
I think just obviously a good start, but the way they play, they're really good in transition, and we obviously kind of got caught in a bit of a back and forth in the second, and they were obviously able to capitalize on some chances. But I thought in the first we were just above them, had good gaps. That you were breaking pucks out smoothly, and we were coming at them with a lot of speed, and hard for them to handle. And so I thought that was a big key for our success there in the first.
What have you made of the way Martin Jones has performed since he got called up with you guys?
He's been great. I think just he's an experienced guy, and it's not always easy to be in those situations, but he's come in and he's played really well for us. He made some big saves tonight. Obviously, as the game kind of tilted the ice the other way, I thought he stood really strong for us, and it was awesome.
Do you get extra motivation to perform when your dad's in the building a little bit?
I'd like to say yes, but I think he's seen me play enough. But obviously, with the trip, having all the dads here, it's special for everybody. So I think everybody's got a little extra motivation to go out there and play hard and win, so we can keep doing this trip again. So yeah.
How many games does he usually see you play a year?
It just depends on the schedule, honestly. I don't know. I can't really give you a number.
You guys have strung a lot of games, points, a lot of wins, points. How do you feel you're playing?
I think our game's been, much better as of late. I think there was a period of time there where we were just kind of grinding through, picking up points. Obviously, a lot of overtime games, but maybe not as consistent as a full 60 minutes as we'd like to play. But I think over the last week or two, we've been able to string together much better sequences for ourselves, and just better sequences throughout the games, especially playing top teams.
What kind of lift did that provide the club early on?
Yeah, obviously a lot. Did a lot of good things. I thought we did a great job in the neutral zone of just making sure when we did have our turnovers, plays were there to be made, we made them. If they weren't, we're being smart with our pucks, getting them in low, making the best people play defense. And when we needed big stops, Jonesy was there.
How did you guys weather the storm in the second period?
Just staying kind of patient, having confidence in our game, knowing that it wasn't nearly good enough. A couple of decent segments, but we want to be way better with the puck throughout the neutral zone like we were in the first. We just want to make sure that we're playing that way in the third, and I thought we did a great job not sitting back, playing on our toes, still attacking, and, we got rewarded for it.
What's the challenge, like, on a back-to-back and the emotions of last night with John? Like, you could have had a letdown game. What do you think allowed you guys to be so strong?
I don't know. We just... Obviously, we are our dads here, so you want to try and play as hard as you can every single night. But obviously, when you have your dads in the crowd, it's a little bit more motivation for what they've done for you your whole life, and just what your family means to you. So it's a yellow card, maybe a fine.
That ring could be a ring.
Yeah, but like I said, I thought just our first couple shifts forwards and D-man wise, we did our thing. We were very good through the neutral zone. We made them, try and make plays through us, and when we turned them over, we were, good with our plays and capitalized on our chances.
What have you made playing with Bertuzzi the last, few games or so here now?
Yeah, it's been good. I think we've made some really good plays. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to connect with him yet, and I keep telling him it's going to come and it's going to happen. So he made a couple great plays again tonight to find me in areas, and I thought we've had some pretty good games here recently, and moved the puck really well. I know where he's going to be, and that's living around the net and living around the soft areas. So for me, it's just trying to get the puck in my hands and be able to find him in those areas and let him capitalize on it.
How much does it help you guys, the fact that Brad went out and got Martin Jones and had like a third stringer with so much experience?
Yeah, it's great. Just like you said, Jonesy's got a lot of experience. He's a guy that's played in a lot of games, and just like I've spoken about a lot of times, every goalie we have has came in here with a lot of confidence, kept everyone calm, and made big saves when they needed to. And another example tonight with Jonesy.
Connecting on that power play early in the third, especially nearly scoring, right before it too. They come out, probably feeling pretty good back in the game. Just, it was obviously important, but just what was the mindset there as you get on that power play? It happened pretty quick, yeah.
Yeah, just kind of at the, I think we only had one in the first as well, but Mo and I were just talking, just try to be open for a high tip there. We knew it was kind of possibly there, and then in the third there, you see us talking, and we said let's try to look for that again. And lucky enough, I was able to find a quiet spot. Mo with a great shot, and got a piece of it, and lucky enough went in.
What did you think of McCabe's hit there in the third?
Yeah, great. He's a great open ice hitter. You've seen him multiple times. He catches people with their heads down and watching pucks. So he's done a couple plays like that this year that make you happy that he's on your team. And I think just his overall defensive game for us and his physicality has been amazing all year. And like I said, it's a guy you're happy to have on your squad.
Auston was just saying before, it felt like for a couple of weeks you guys were grinding through, finding points, but grinding through. Do you feel as though you found some consistency in your game in the past few games here?
Yeah, I think so. Just again, speaking again on our neutral zone, but at the same time, keeping the pressure up ice, keeping the pressure in the O zone, making their best people play defense. We've done that the last couple of games pretty well, and something that we knew we need to be better at, and something we have been better at. So just want to keep doing that, keep going forward with that, keep improving if we can, and just try to be as best we can defensively. And I think we have been pretty good in the last couple of games. Just keep trying to build and keep trying to get better, and that's our goal every single day.
Get so much regular playing time, get on the board with some points.
Yeah, it's been good. I think the team's been playing pretty well, so that's helped me out. Felt pretty good with my game aside from the last one in New York, but thought I had a good bounce back tonight, so it's been good.
What do you make of Martin Jones' game, coming in for his first start?
Yeah, he was solid. I think he slowed their momentum at times and made some timely saves when we really needed it, so he was great tonight.
Not a lot of teams have done this to the Rangers in this building. What went so right tonight for you guys?
Yeah, I think we just stuck to our game plan. Obviously, when this building gets going, it can be a little daunting for visiting teams, but we stuck with it, got a huge goal on the power play in the third, and that really broke their backs.
What was the message in the second intermission when they do get 2 goals late in that frame and kind of bring the crowd back into it there?
Yeah, I think we had been playing well up to that point, aside from a 2-minute stretch. So I think it was just to stick with our game plan. Puck management was big. Getting good gaps was huge for us, so I think we got back to that and really shut them down.
Yeah, it was exciting. Always fun playing in front of the dads and at MSG, but there were some nerves for sure. But coming out and jumping out to a 2-goal lead and then a 4-1 lead, definitely helps you settle in a little bit.
Is your dad on the trip?
Yeah, he made it. Yeah.
What does this mean to him? The fact that you got recalled not that long ago and now you get to be part of this.
Yeah, it was short notice, obviously, but it's exciting to play my first game, and then also the dad's trip. It makes it a little extra special for sure.
4-3 is coming out for the third. What are you thinking right there? They get a little surge there at the end of the second?
Yeah. Great opportunity to win a hockey game. We're up 1 on the road going into the third period. You take those opportunities every time. So boys came out and played really hard in the third, and we didn't really give them too much in the third there.
How do you settle things down going into a day like this? Do you have like a routine you kind of go through for game days, or try to treat it like anything else?
Yeah, you have your routine for game days, and that's why you have it. It makes you feel comfortable, puts you in the right headspace to get ready to play. So nothing different, just their usual routine.
How have you played in the past in this building?
How have I played?
Yeah.
Some good games and some bad games, I guess.
You faced Auston a little bit in the past. What's the most difficult part of facing his shot for you?
Yeah, he gets it off really quick and he gets it off hard and accurate. So it's just the release. He zips it pretty good.
Is there anything you've learned about him as a teammate that you didn't know about him as an opponent?
No, I mean he's a great teammate. Well respected by his teammates, and it's just fun watching him play every day. You gain a greater appreciation for guys when you get to see them day in, day out. So it's been fun.
Are you cognizant at all about the goaltender on the other side? Like, are you thinking about, this is Igor Shesterkin, he's one of the better goaltenders in the league?
I mean, yes and no. There's nothing I can do about what he's doing at the other end, so I just got to focus on what I'm doing.
Make of this one, considering the opponent, considering you guys are on a back-to-back, like how happy were you with how the team played?
I thought for a lot of the game we looked like a tired team, quite honestly. But we did what we needed to do in terms of building a lead. Often when you play in these back-to-backs, it's tougher as the game goes on. But I think there's somewhat of an advantage early in the game because you just played the night before. You had a hard-fought game last night, so you want to kind of ride that while the other team's sort of feeling their way through the game. That's what you hope happens. So we built a nice lead in the first period, which, our guys did a great job in executing and taking advantage of their chances. And then the same thing in the third period there, just allowing us to pull away, starting with a huge power play goal.
What is that message in the second period when the Rangers do get those two quick goals and kind of take what could have been a game out of reach to a one-goal game?
Yeah, well, just that first acknowledge that you're still up a goal on the road against a good team. You got a really good chance to win the game. So that's the first thing. But then we just had some things to clean up, and we talked about that we thought were working against us a little bit defensively, that we needed to do better. I thought we did a really good job of adjusting to that in the third. And then just let's dig in here. We've got a great opportunity to leave here with this as a great trip, and we needed to dig in and get to 20 good minutes. And I thought we got saves when we needed to. We defended when we needed to in that third. And then we had our chances. We made good on them, similar to the first.
Speaking of the saves, what can you say about Martin Jones and his first start in the NHL since April?
Yeah, I thought he looked solid. I thought he looked really solid. Looked like an experienced NHL goalie. That's why you go out and sign a guy like that, Steps in here in tough circumstance, gets a good team on the road, back-to-back, first start at least with us. So tough circumstances. The guys obviously gave him that run support, but even at 4-1, you still got a lot of game to play. You're playing against a team on the other side that averages over 4 goals a game. So you got to expect that they're going to have a really strong push, so you got to stay with it.
Auston talked about making their best players defend a lot tonight. How much of a key is that in beating the Rangers?
I think it's vital. I think they're a far different team when their top people aren't on the ice, and that's not uncommon for most teams. But there's a great discrepancy with this group, so we needed to manage that line. And I think they had their looks, they had their time with the puck, probably more so than we would have liked, but certainly is a key. Both. We talked about that. We talked about winning the special teams a battle, or at least drawing even on that, which they get their power play goal. We wiped that out with a huge power play goal in the third, and we scored a goal on a delayed penalty at 6-on-5 in the first period. So, taking care of that special teams part of it too is another really important piece against this team.
It's interesting you said, at the start of the game on a back-to-back is when you have the legs. It's usually at the end where you don't have the legs. But you came out in the third, you generated those 2 chances, earned the power play, scored the power play goal. A guy that knows a lot about his team, does that also kind of show you something about your team?
Yeah. Like I said, I thought it felt like we were a tired team a lot of the night, quite honestly. I didn't think we had our legs. But we were just encouraging and pushing our guys to dig in and move their feet and close and pressure the puck. Felt that it could come back to us, and if we weren't going to get our chances from that, at the very least, we're going to pin them down and keep them far away from our end. And then through that, we drew some opportunities, had some chances at the net, drew a penalty, which really changed the game with our ability to score as quickly as we did on that power play. Striking in transition or off of their mistakes was another real important piece for us coming into the game. And when our opportunities were there, the guys pounced on them.
Why do you think Jake McCabe's game seems to have taken off since he got back from that injury?
I don't know. I think our team's played better since he's come back. That's part of it. Our game is less chaotic than it was when he was in previously. Time for him to regroup and sort of and restart his season. But yeah, he's been really good, and it's whether it's him or the guys we have on the back end that have come in here with the injuries we've had. The guys have just stepped up their game at key times. It's allowed us to get points here, even when we're not at our best. The guys are finding ways and competing hard. I thought Bobby McMahon comes in, gives us really important minutes here tonight. We talked about Jones. Guys have been stepping up all the way through. It's not just the McCabes and the guys that we rely on. Riley, Brody, and our key forwards, all of that. I think we've been getting really good performances throughout our lineup.
How did Gregor earn that opportunity to be the guy you picked to kind of fill the spot where Nyes?
I just think Gregor's played really well for a long period of time here now, and you're looking for an opportunity for him. I think Nyes has done a really good job in that spot as well. Robertson, Bertuzzi on the left side, these guys have all done a really good job, and we've been healthy. So there hasn't been a lot of opportunity to really elevate. So when we knew Nyes was going to be unavailable today, it took me about 3 seconds to say that this was going to be Gregor's opportunity to play more and play with those guys, because he's really earned it.